Guys, so this is just going to be a quick video tutorial on how to make a chart in Microsoft Word. I know that a lot of people have been asking me how to make the charts. This is supposed to make your studying easier. It's not supposed to be a pain in the butt, so I'm just going to do this quick tutorial to show you guys how to do it. So it'll be easier when it's time for you to study. So first off, let's just start how you would normally see it in Word. So this is what happens when you open up Word, right? What you're going to do to insert your chart is just go to Insert, go to Table, and then just whichever one works for you. I just don't even count it. I usually just do it randomly. And say we're going to make a muscle chart. So at the top I always do is like the label, so I always make that black, go back to Home, and then make it white font. And then I also go ahead and bold it at the same time. And then we can write our labels up here. So muscle, attachments, right? Action, innervation, blood supply. So this is why I never count out the columns and the rows. I just don't think it's important. I make what I need, and then if I have too much or too little, I add or take away. So you can just actually select the cells you're talking about, go to delete cells, and then do delete entire column, and that'll delete those columns. And I usually just space it out because each of my columns usually needs a different size, but you can also make everything the same size. If you go to table design, sorry, I believe it's layout actually. If you go to layout and then you select it and you say distribute columns, everything will be the same. I don't like to do that because usually it's like different amounts of information. So, and then over here I usually do like a light gray to emphasize the names of that. I always make my charts the same for the most part. So if you look at my charts, most of them have like this very similar format. It just makes it easier on me, and I'm kind of OCD, so I like things to be the same. So let's just write out a couple muscles. So like vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, and then rectus femoris. I know there's like vastus intermedius. I guess we'll go ahead and write that too because might as well just get, I don't even know how to spell it anymore. Okay, doesn't really matter though. Okay, so I don't need the rest of this, let's just say. So I'm going to go again, I'm going to select the cells I want to delete. I'm going to go to delete cells, and then I'm instead going to pick delete entire row because I don't need those anymore. So now I got my little chart. I like these to be centered, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then for attachments, I usually organize origin and insertion into the same cell. And because I don't really think attachments are that important, so I usually just give one cell for both of them because I don't want to take up too much space. And then I can copy and paste it into the rest of them. So let's say we want to merge cells. So say we're talking about the innervation of the quadriceps, which is the femoral nerve. So femoral nerve happens to be the innervation for all of these muscles. So you can either write it out in each individual block, or what I like to do, and I know I haven't done it with all of my muscle charts, but it's a good concept to do, is merge the cell. So if you merge the cell, then you just have this one thing to memorize for this entire group of muscles. It's called chunking information, and it's a really efficient way to study. So if you're OCD like me, you can go back over to layout and you can center it up. You can do that with this stuff as well, make it nice and pretty and centered, and give it like the look you want it, because I know everyone like wants to make it look pretty as well. Another thing I do, especially for muscle charts, because they just tend to have like, for like attachments and actions and everything, they have long-winded sentences, or just seems like there's a lot of information. I'll go to layout and I'll change the orientation to landscape. And then like attachments might need more space, right? So I'll give it more space. Innervation and action might need more space, but innervation doesn't really need that much space, so we can kind of do it accordingly like that. My goal with charts is to try and get all of the information on the same page. The reason why is we're chunking information, right? It helps you see the big picture. If you're getting your chart on a bunch of different pages, it's basically no better than just looking through the lectures, right? Because we're trying to reorganize it so you can see the big picture and you can see the information that goes together that's alike. One other thing, this doesn't really work well for muscle charts, but I know a lot of people wanted to know how to do it. So if you want your text, so let's delete this really quick, but if you want your text to be facing vertically instead of horizontally, you can also just go ahead and go to layout, and you have this option right here, it's text direction. So you can go ahead and just click it like that. I click it twice because I like that it faces that direction specifically. So 1, 2, and then it's there. And then I usually space it out till it fits the entire word. Or whatever, you know. And then this is just like a space saving technique. So if you have a lot of information this way in these columns, then you can save space like horizontally by making it go this way. So then I like to make it pretty, center it up, and you're good to go there. If I forgot anything, then please comment any questions and I can teach you guys how to do it. Oh, I guess one other thing I should add is inserting columns and rows. So like, let's say you didn't have enough columns. So let's say we forgot about this one and you wanted to add one more column. You can either right click or you can go up here to layout again and you can insert a column to the left or to the right if you want that. But you can also just right click, go to insert, and then column to the left here. Same thing with rows. If we wanted to add more rows, then you can just go to insert, rows below, and it inserts a row below, and now it's on the other page. And you can also go like this, okay, to just insert it below. Now let's say we're talking about the quadriceps and you get all of the quadriceps, or really it would be like all of the anterior medial legs or the muscles of the thigh on one page. If you want to put your next section on another page without starting an entirely different chart, then what you can do is you can just go and say you want rectus femoris to be on a different page. You can go to insert page break, and now it'll start your new page. And I usually like to add a new label up here. So again, I'll just make it white font, black color, bolded, and then you can even just copy the stuff that's up here and you'll get it to be the same. And so then you can start like your new chart. It's a one chart, but it's on different pages, so if you want to organize it like that. I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions, then please feel free to leave a comment. Thanks.